Hi, and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Shelley Whitehead. Thanks so much for joining us. You can see us right here on Charter Cable. You can also find us on the internet. We are on YouTube. We have our own channel, so you can just search Owatonna Today on the YouTube. We are also, you can find us on Leanne's website. She is the thirdhandvideo.com. You can go there, and she has a whole page dedicated to us, as she should. So you can find out what's going on in your community. And like today, I'm so excited about today's show. We're going to be talking about the unveiling of the 2015 Tri M calendar. Now, we're not going to show you the actual calendar, because that doesn't happen until later this week, but we're going to talk about it. And we're going to have one of the photographers in studio who is in the calendar, so I'm so excited about that. Also, we're going to talk about big brothers and big sisters having an impact and how you can help kind of continue that impact in children's lives. We want you to know more about that, so make sure you stick with us. We are always looking for more information, more news items, more community events that are going on. So if you've got something you'd like to see right here on the Owatonna Today Show, you just have to give us a call at 390-5751. You can also reach us at owatonnatoday@charter.net and let us know what you're thinking, and we'll get you on the air as soon as we can. So stick with us. We'll be right back with Mike Jensen right after these messages.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltvet.
And I'm Dr. Nick Vincelli of Horizon Eye Care.
We want you to see what you love and love how you see. We're proud sponsors of the Owatonna Today Show.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Hi, I'm Pete Grant, Superintendent of Owatonna Public Schools. We know that the financial stability of a family depends on good education. The United Way programs and initiatives prepare children to come to kindergarten ready to learn and offers mentorships and tutoring through the early school years. We're proud to be part of this United Way Community Campaign leadership team and encourage you to give generously this year. Our children are counting on us, and we're counting on you.
And we're back at the Owatonna Today Show. I have in studio Mike Jensen. Hello, Mike Jensen.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Do me a quick favor and introduce yourself for everybody.
I'm Mike Jensen with Tri M Graphisc right here in Owatonna, Minnesota.
Good. And now you have an event that everybody loves to talk about, and that is the calendar.
We do. It's our 21st annual photo calendar contest, and so we're very excited. The big unveiling of the calendar is this coming Saturday. I think it's the 8th, isn't it?
Sure.
That works for me. That works. Whatever Saturday is.
So tell me about this calendar and the history of it.
Well, it's definitely something that's grown over the years. The very first calendar is right here in front of us. This was 1995, and it's definitely evolved with technology and with our capabilities and that sort of thing. Initially, we really wanted to do it as something that kind of showcased what we can do from a printing company standpoint. And it was really fairly local, fairly, maybe 100, 200 entries, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And it's actually, mushroomed, where this year we had 673 entries from 44 different states. And it's a fun thing to do every year, and it's fun to print them, have them out in the community. We actually have even had people calling us already saying, I can't be there for the open house, can you make sure and set some aside for me?
Nice.
So there'll be plenty for all, but we have people that really like them, they like to use them. So it's fun for us to see that.
Well, and one of the interesting things you were telling me is while you've had that many entries, the people who are in the calendar, a large majority of them have ties to local community people.
It's surprising because it's a blind judge. This year we had 9 judges that evaluated and critiqued the calendar, and it's a blind process. They really don't know who entered the photos. But in the end, when we looked at the winners, we realized that I think 6 of them, of the 13, have ties to Owatonna or this community or Minnesota or this area. So it was a lot of fun for us to see that happen. And the nice thing is a number, or I think all of them actually with those ties, will be at the open house on Saturday.
Nice. Well, that's what's amazing to me is that I asked you, how did this get so big? And you said the internet.
The internet, social media, has really been the way. Holly on our team went out and found a number of blogs and places where photographers are, and made mention of the contest. And it's a free contest for them to enter, so there's really no cost to them to enter into the contest. So, and for us, it's fun because we get some really nice photos to work with and that sort of thing. So it works very well.
And as you do, as you look at so tell us about the criteria. You talked a little bit about it, but there's 6 people, and they have to go through 600 pictures.
Let's up it to 9.
Okay, 9 people.
Numbers aren't our thing this morning, right?
Yeah, we're bad.
That's how it goes.
That's terrible.
Anyway, this year there were 9. Typically, we try and have an odd number.
Okay.
And the way that the process works is in round 1, each of them will hold up the photos, all 673, 1, 2, 3, 4, just work our way through, and they have a tally sheet, and they mark yes, no, yes, no. And the criteria that we're looking for there is it something that you would catch your eye? Is it something you'd want to have hanging in your home or office for months period of time? Is it something that you'd want to look at and find interesting, that sort of thing? Then in round 2, we go through and it has to have a 50% vote. Round 1, the reason we do it independent is we just don't want them talking amongst each other. We want their opinion to stand. So in round 2, it's a 50% vote gets it into the next round.
Okay.
Otherwise, the photo's set aside and it's considered dead.
Okay.
In round 3, we go back through all of the photos that have advanced on, and we put them into scenes, or not scenes. I can't even talk. Seasons. The other S word.
Because you want to, you make sure the calendar fits for what season.
We try
the
to.
Picture,
yeah. I mean, we put it into the seasons, and we'll also look at them and say, oh my gosh, we have 3 flowers. These 2 are really good. This one, you can whittle out a few there. So a few whittle out at that time. Then what we do is we'll take the seasons and then we work them into months as a team, and we'll work them into months. But at this time, this is when a photo can be brought back from the dead.
Oh, okay.
And every year there's 2 or 3 that will come back from the dead that maybe they weren't quite at 50%, or people weren't looking at them quite that way, or based on the month we're trying to fill, it really fits much better to fill that month. So it's kind of a process. Typically we start about 5:30 and we're done about 9:30 with judging and evaluating all of those photos.
So it's one setting.
One setting, one evening. It's a pretty regimented process that we go through. It's a lot of fun though, and we have a number of people that have repeated a couple of years. Typically we try and not have the same people do it, continually, but every once in a while we'll do 1 or 2 years where someone will double up.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun.
Well, I want to talk to one of those people. Shall we do that?
How exciting!
Should we bring this? Actually, this is what you call her your cover girl.
She's our cover girl.
So
she won the cover.
This is our producer. If you haven't seen her before, this is our producer, Leanne T. She is she's a photographer. A lot of times she does. You'll see her. I see most of bird photos is what
Wildlife,
she has.
yeah.
But
a lot of wildlife and other things that catch my fancy as I drive around the countryside or whatever.
And you do a lot of traveling because you do like to go to different birding events.
I've gone to different parts of the country for mainly bird watching, but there's always something there that catches my eye besides the nature.
How long have you been taking photographs?
Oh, let's see. I got my first Brownie camera when I was about 7. No, I'm not.
Wow. I didn't. Wow. Okay, you're that old, huh?
Oh, come on now.
Maybe it wasn't a brown. Anyway.
I hope it wasn't a brownie.
There's always been somebody in our home that has taken photographs, and my father actually started it out, and he took all of the family photos on slides.
Of course.
Kodachrome, kind of thing. And then I just think that kind of passion just kind of developed. I mean, my younger sister Amy has taken a lot of photographs. My sister Denise has taken some photographs. So it's just kind of always been a part of the family.
I mean, for some photographers, they position everything and get it just so to take the photo. Are you more one of the folks that if you stumble across something or you happen upon something, whether it's the bird in the tree or...
Right.
Well, it's hard to position birds usually.
Well, it is.
Yeah, it is.
They're kind of...
I do very little staging or posing. I mean, what you see is what you get as I come across it. And I think the picture that I submitted, I had done nothing to it at all. I hadn't heighten the colors.
It's not a bird.
Or whatever. It is not a bird. No,
Now,
it's not.
Have you submitted before for the
I
contest?
think once before, but usually the timing kind of has always gotten away from me, and I realize on October 1st that, darn it, I forgot.
30th came by.
I didn't get it in. And this year, because I didn't have any photographs in the fair this year, a lot of people know me for my photographs in the fair. I think it was like 2 days before the deadline. I said, okay, I'm going to get this done. Boom, 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 10 minutes, off they go. So.
And she's a winner.
And so, how did you find out? How did they tell you that you were?
I think Kathy probably called you the next
Kathy
day.
called me.
After
she
the
gets
big
that.
voting.
Yeah, she gets the fun job of calling all of the winners, and I mean, there's been times people have cried. They're so excited, and yeah.
So how do you feel about being a cover girl?
Wow, I was absolutely blown away. Really, I was, because they get so many photographs. Tri M does 600 plus, and they're all such wonderful, photographs. And so you really have a snowball's chance in a really hot place to to get picked.
And I think the cover itself is a very special place because it doesn't have to be. It's kind of the best of the best, I would imagine, in a way, because
it is. Well,
it doesn't have to fit a certain theme necessarily.
And part of what we're looking at with that is, I mean, it represents us. We want them to be able to grab it, to hold on to it, the person to pick it up. It's much like a cover to a book or magazine or that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's the thing that causes somebody to pick it up. And you'll see, I mean, in front of us here, we have a number of our different covers.
Yeah, they're all wonderful.
Some really fun ones. And so we're very pleased that Leanne, was the big winner. And her image was always in the running. And they were trying to put it in a few different months, and then all of a sudden we were like, wait a minute, this really would work well for the cover. And it has lots of color. It's I can't say too much about it, but it's fun.
Because the reveal. Now, when is the big reveal?
Saturday is our open house from 10 until 1 at Tri M Graphisc, 625 East Main Street. We also put all 673 photos on display.
Oh, nice.
So on Saturday, you can see all of the photos that were submitted. So it's a lot of fun for people to come in and judge and look at. And even us, as we're putting them up, we're like, we didn't pick that one? Oh, what about that one? Why didn't we pick that one? You second guess yourself. We could have done the calendar many times over. So it's a lot of fun for folks to come in. We'll have refreshments. I know Kathy has demonstrators and scrapbooking and all that stuff going too. So
well, that's the great thing and calendars are such an amazing thing because I know they're great for holiday gifts for your family because it's something that they can use. Again, you don't just have to toss it because you have the photograph there.
Well, and it's really touching for us. I mean, as I told you earlier, I mean, we have people calling us already wanting to make sure they get theirs. We've actually had people that have collected the entire series, and we've had some people, when someone like an older relative maybe passes away, they come across them all, and it brought them all back to us, which for us is really cool because a couple of the early on years we weren't as diligent about keeping the extras.
No idea.
We didn't know, you don't think that it's going to run 21 years, so it's nice for us to get some of those extras.
We want to say congratulations. Leanne's going to
Thank you. I'm going to tell you, we have 30 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, so we're going to keep moving.
And so please come check out the Tri M Graphics open house this Saturday. You can see the unveiling of the famous calendar. Everybody talks about this. And then you can also get a chance to maybe get some great ideas for your own printing needs. And that
Absolutely, and some refreshments available as well.
Oh, you got to come for the refreshments.
Well, and I encourage, a Big Brother, Big Sister is next, and I would highly and strongly encourage any man out there to get involved. I was a Big Brother for, I think it was 6 or 7 years, and then actually still stay in contact. He was in my wedding, I've been in his. We were just up with his daughter, and it's a lot of fun. It can be a lifelong experience, so encourage folks to get out and do that.
Well, we'll talk with them next, right after these messages.
Hi, I'm Rick Smith, Golf Course Superintendent of the Brooktree Golf Course. Brooktree is an 18-hole championship golf course featuring well-manicured greens, tees, and fairways. We are open to the public. I challenge you to find a better maintained golf course for the money we charge here at Brooktree. Come on out and play Brooktree, a great golf course.
Everyone deserves opportunities to have a good life, a quality education that leads to a stable job, enough income to support a family through retirement, and good health. But the reality is, many children fall behind, many families are struggling, and many others are in poor health. United Way's goal is to find long-term solutions. Thanks to a grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation, we're hosting community conversations this year to address these issues. If you'd like to join us, please call our office.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I am Dr. Amy Swain from Amy Swain Hearing Centers, and for more than 20 years I have been helping people hear better. It has been a very rewarding experience, but so many people put off getting help with their hearing. Clients often tell me they wish they had started wearing hearing aids sooner, as their quality of life was improved so much with better hearing. Call me today at 1-800-804-3361 for a free hearing test at Amy Swain Hearing Centers of Owatonna, Austin, and Waseca. That's 1-800-804-3361, where Dr. Amy Swain wants everyone to hear better.
Hello, I'm Shawn McNulty. And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna. And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. In studio, I have with me Megan and Michelle. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
As Mike mentioned, these ladies are with Big Brothers and Big Sisters. Oh, and reminder, those calendars we've talked about, they're free. So come get Leanne's cover girl photo for free at the open house this Saturday. But anyway, moving on though to Big Brothers. As Mike mentioned, this is an amazing organization that you can really impact children's lives really with minimal time, actually. And it's big time in little increments, actually, is how that works out. That sounds weird. But let's start with an introduction. Tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm Megan Palmerscheim, and I'm the Marketing and Recruitment Coordinator with Big Brothers Big Sisters of Southern Minnesota, and I'm actually fairly new. I've just been with Big Brothers Big Sisters for a little over 6 months.
Okay.
So it's been a lot of
fun. Are
fun.
you from the area then?
I'm not. I actually
Okay.
relocated down to Southern Minnesota a year ago.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
You're going to love it down here. It's a really great community. Go ahead.
My name is Michelle Redman, and I'm the Fund Development Director with Big Brothers Big Sisters. I've been there for 6.5 years. I know I've been on the set several times with you, and it's a wonderful organization.
Michelle, tell me a little bit about Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and we'll let Megan talk a little bit about the program that we're going to be talking about. Tell us a little bit about the Big Brothers and Big Brothers Sisters itself.
Big Brothers and Big Sisters is basically simple as one-to-one mentoring between an adult role model and a child in the community. It's as simple as that, and it's as simple as spending 1 hour a week or a couple hours a month with a child, and mentoring. Sometimes that word
I was going to say
scares people.
It does, because a lot of people will say, "What do I have to mentor? I don't know anything. I don't do anything. How am I a role model?" But it's just a little bit. Explain
It's
that
basically a friendship. Mentoring kind of sometimes gets that bad rap, like, ooh, I don't know if I have anything to teach somebody.
Exactly.
But you really do. Friendship is something that we can teach everybody. And just having that adult role model hang out with a child in our community and just having that one-to-one time that is just for that child, it changes lives.
Well,
it's amazing, and it's nothing big and grandiose. It's
you don't spend a lot of money. You don't have to take them on helicopter rides. It's
Absolutely not. And that's the one thing Big Brothers Big Sisters does is we survey all of our matches constantly. And the most thing, it shocks us all the time because these kids get to go to Twins games. They get to go to Vikings game, all free because we get these wonderful donors that give us tickets to do these great things like Valley Fair and all these things. But you know what the kids say they enjoy the most? Is just hanging out. Simple, going for a walk, sitting on the front steps and talking. That's what they get out of the program, and that's just the basic need of just that one-to-one friendship. It's so very important.
The kids themselves come from a wide variety of backgrounds. It's not necessarily somebody who is poor or somebody who is maybe in a hard home life. It's kind of a little bit of everything. And that's what's amazing is that the program really does a very thorough job of matching a child with a sponsor. It's just like, slap these people together, they're available. It's really about who they are and what they like and how they can make them work together.
Everybody that works at Big Brothers Big Sisters has a 4-year degree, and most of them have a 4-year degree in social work. This is not something where, we have this great waiting list of children, of more than 100 children on our waiting list. And we don't take that first volunteer through the door and say, okay, Johnny, you're next, good, you're good to go. No, we interview the volunteer, we find out what their likes, what they're comfortable with, what they want to do with a child, if they want to do more outdoor activities and go for, hikes and that kind of stuff, or do they more want to craft and do those type of things. We find out what they want to do, and then we match them with a child that either really enjoys those things or have never had that experience, but you can tell. I mean, a lot of the kids in our program, like most kids nowadays, they sit and watch TV and they do video games and whatnot. They don't know that they enjoy the outdoors. They don't know about these opportunities. So putting those kids with someone that really likes to hike or bike or go fishing, it changes somebody's world. It's really neat.
And again, I just love that it doesn't have to, you don't have to fit a certain mold to be a big brother or a big sister. It's whoever you are, you bring that to the table, and then the kids can come from that. And so, Megan, I want to talk about this mentoring program because it is bringing the men into mentor. Tell me a little bit about this and why are we doing this as Big Brothers Big Sisters?
Yeah, so with Big Brothers Big Sisters, we have big brothers and big sisters, and women tend to volunteer more than men. So we've always had this lack of men volunteers. So we were thinking of a way to get men to volunteer and to get these boys off of our wait list. We have a lot of boys that are waiting for just a friend, somebody to hang out with. So we thought to ourselves, kind of, what is the best way to do that? And we decided to have something in a casual environment where people could just come, get to know how to get involved, the options, and see if it is something for them. I think there have been a lot of misconceptions about being a volunteer, is that you have to take a lot of time away from your own life to make a difference in a child's life.
Or if you have kids already, you shouldn't be one. Or if you don't have kids, you shouldn't be one. Or, all those misconceptions.
Absolutely. So that's kind of what we want to talk about. We want to get people's questions answered, bring that stuff to the table. And like I said, in a casual environment where there's going to be matches there that can talk about their experience as well as staff members. A lot of times hearing from a child who is being impacted by a volunteer is huge for people. So what we're doing is next Monday, a week from today, at 6:30 at Buffalo Wild Wings in Owatonna, we are having a man drive. So, yes.
Okay, now be careful.
Yes.
Because, that could go a whole other way.
Yes.
But this is looking for men with hearts for kids.
Absolutely. And we didn't want to leave women out, so we actually have the chance for women to donate a man. I said, we have lots of women volunteers and lots of women that know a lot of men in the community where they could bring somebody with to this event. So like I said, it's a casual environment where there will be matches and staff members. If you do attend, there are free wings for everybody that does attend as well. When we just want to talk to people and tell them about what volunteering is and have them be able to hear from matches and people who are involved in the program. It's going to be a great time. Hopefully a lot of people do come out and get free wings and learn a little bit more about being a big.
Well, and that's just it. Is that's kind of it's interesting to me because that's kind of what it's like being a big, taking them to eat wings. Yeah. Hanging out with them. Because, I think that when you talk to men and you're working with men, what are some of their hesitations about working with a kid?
One of the big ones that we get is, what do I do? What do I do with the child? Like we talked about a little bit before, is mentor is kind of a scary word. Yeah. People may not think that they have something to bring to the table or something to teach. But that's not what it is. It's really just being a friend and doing things that you enjoy together. And that could be as much as we do have our new Sports Buddies program that actually takes that away from having the stress of planning what to do.
Okay.
Big Brothers Big Sisters actually plans 3 to 5 activities every month so that matches can come and basically they just have to show up and have fun with their little.
Yeah.
So it kind of takes that stress out of that. But I would say that's kind of the biggest concern is, what do I do?
Yeah.
And the time commitment as well is big for a lot of people. And it's a 1-year commitment at least. I mean, we try to have the relationship last as long as possible, but we do understand that things happen. So it is a minimum of a 1-year commitment. And then like Michelle had mentioned before, getting together a couple times a month or every other week and just doing activities that you enjoy together.
I actually see my little often. She's grown up, she has her own kids, and every once in a while we run into each other, we're like, hug and love, and we are friends on Facebook. And so it's kind of an amazing opportunity just to have that connection with somebody for a lifetime. And I don't feel obligated, like I don't have to follow her around and make sure she's making right choices, because that's not, it's just I love her, she knows I love her, and then we're able to have that connection in a special way. So I think that's a really important program. So again, when is this event?
Next Monday, 6:30 at Buffalo Wild Wings in Owatonna.
And when we're every age range, you're looking for 20s to 80s, really.
18 and up.
18 and up. Anyone who's really willing just to come and spend some time with kids.
And if there are women who are curious too, they're welcome as well.
We always need women volunteers. Just right now we're doing a big push for men, but
bring
women,
a guy friend. It wouldn't hurt.
Exactly.
Free wings. So How could that go wrong?
Absolutely.
All right. Ladies, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
If they have questions, who should they contact?
They can contact myself if it's recruitment questions, and that's you can get me at my email address, which is my first name, MEGAN, at bbbsofsouthernmn.org, or you can reach me by phone at 414-0308.
Great. Perfect. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Ron Clancher with Clancher & Son Landscaping and Concrete. We support the Owatonna Today Show, and so should you.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to Transitional Housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
Time to take a look at some community service announcements. Steele County Toys for Tots program is kicking off its annual toy drive this week. Volunteers will be delivering toy collection bins to over 60 participating businesses in Steele County. New unwrapped toys may be placed in the boxes through December 16th, and they'll just be distributed to kids 0 through 15, and the dates for that are December 18th through the 20th. You can always contact Steele County Toys for Tots at owatonna-mn.toysfortots.org. and look for the opportunity to talk to the Owatonna area. Upcoming blood donation opportunities are at St. Joseph's Church today, tomorrow, and Friday from noon to 6 today and tomorrow, and then on Friday from 8 to 1. You can call 800-733-2767 for an appointment. The Owatonna Art Center will be hosting its pastime, the annual Art and Fine Craft Sale, November 6th, 7th, and 8th. This sale will feature work from local artists. There will be wood carvings, painted jewelry, painted furniture, and so much more. Homemade soups and bread will also be available, and you want to shop early to get that perfect one-of-a-kind gift. The Steele County Historical Society is pleased to announce the children's programs for tomorrow at 6:30 at the Sid History Center. History detectives will meet at 9 a.m. for the time travelers. For kids kindergarten through 6 will meet at 6:30. The topic this month is the Minnesota's favorite things. Learn about their state's activities, songs, and more. What is the state flower, bird, and tree? Well, you'll find out by coming to the Steele County Historical Society. And the Owatonna Hospital's Auxiliary is hosting its 52nd annual holiday bazaar Friday and Saturday. And you can check that out more at the Owatonna Hospital. You can call 507-977-2778 if you want more information regarding that. And it's Cabela's Fall Festival featuring the U.S. Capitol Christmas tree this Saturday. From 9 to 12, the tree will be on display, and there'll be entertainment, coloring contests, and so much more at Cabela's. Make sure you go over and check that out. Thanks so much for joining us right here today on the Owatonna Today Show. On Friday, we'll be talking with Steele County Transitional Housing, as well as a look at some holiday lighting rebates for you. So we'll see you then.